You know, guys, I am kind of pissy because I fell into the most obvious trap known to mankind. I pre-ordered a AAA game, not just on consoles, okay, but on the spooky platform called PC. Ooh, really spooky. I'm sure you guys have seen a lot of people talk about this already, but AAA PC gaming on day one is one pathetic joke, alright? We've had, hear this out, okay? We've had 6 games now in a row that were completely broken at launch. Well, not exactly in a row, but in close succession, you know. And not every AAA game was a complete disaster. I heard Dead Island 2 was pretty stable, Dead Space Remake was pretty good, and Resident Evil 4 Remake was really good. Please watch my main channel video on it. Please just do it, man. Please. But besides those small little glimmers of hope, it has been one hell of a messy ride. People are justified to be this angry because this is straight up unacceptable, and the only reason why these AAA studios keep getting away with it is because of little bozos like me. People who pre-order games like a little goofball. Now I personally never really pre-order games. I mean, I do it here and there, but most of the time I buy it maybe an hour before it releases. The last 2 games I pre-ordered were Resident Evil 4, because I knew that game was going to be a banger, and now Redfall. I wasn't sure if Redfall was going to be great, but from the trailers, it looked interesting, and I wanted to give it a shot, so I've played this game for about 4 hours so far, and it sucks. This is just a bad game, not just when I'm talking about like performance, because this game also runs like complete hell, but this is just a bad game. It's not good in the slightest. So I was thinking of making a main channel video on this game, but honestly, I just have better ideas in mind for that channel, because this game doesn't deserve my time and effort. It doesn't deserve the free exposure from a main channel video, even if it's just crappy. Like Hello Neighbor 2 was crappy, but that was at least somewhat funny, you know. I don't even think I can stomach trying to fully complete this garbage. I say that now, but there are some pretty crappy games I fully completed, so this statement probably won't stand on its own 2 feet for very long, but you get what I mean. So I thought I'd just make a sort of like little second channel review on this game. I guess some first impressions. I gave it a fair chance. Probably gonna play it a bit more to truly see how bad it is, but for now, here is a small little review of Redfall, Bethesda Xbox new 70 quid game. They priced this game at 70 quid. It sucks. What a pathetic joke. So the most obvious thing we should talk about is, of course, what is Redfall? The game is a sort of open world looter shooter where you fight against vampires and like weird cult members. The plot of it is some like really wacky vampire stuff happened on a remote island named Redfall, making it unable for you to escape, and your goal is to, well, you need to try to find a way to escape. It sounds all pretty intriguing, right? Like, you walk around, probably do some puzzles, kill some vampires in creative ways, get some new weapons to play with. Like, honestly, on paper, that doesn't sound bad. It really doesn't, but man, does it suck. First of all, the cutscenes. Yes, I know, the first thing I'm gonna talk about is cutscenes. I can't even call them cutscenes though, because they are like these freeze shot things where the camera like it weirdly pans through everything. This doesn't get me involved into the story in the slightest. This just feels lazy as hell. They also have these like animated cutscenes with same deal here. I don't feel involved in the slightest. Call of Duty Zombies did this a few times, and even there it sucked. This is lazy. I don't know how else to explain it. There is a normal cutscene at the start of the game, but really that's about it. I guess you could also talk to some NPCs dotted around the map, but man, the game really feels like it's straight out of 2008, a Xbox 360 exclusive, and this is Microsoft's first game that they're pricing at $70, and this is what you get. It's so goddamn lame. The funny thing is, the cutscenes aren't even that big of a deal in the big picture of everything. My biggest criticism towards Redfall is that it is just empty. This is an empty ass open world. There's nothing here to explore, nothing here to find. You just walk around an empty island that isn't even big. You kill some vampires and like cult members, but that's it. Remember in like Doom Eternal or Resident Evil 4 Remake, where there are like these very small little strategies you can do to give you an edge on everything, you know, like swapping a weapon or like quickly blocking an attack with a knife, you know, like really small little tidbits. In Redfall, you just shoot vampire, and sometimes they have a funny ability. The dumbest one of them all is vampire with rotating shields. What the hell is this, man? This feels so... it feels so video gamey. Like, it isn't satisfying in the slightest. And that's not even mentioning how horrendous the AI is. I thought Arcane's previous game AI was pretty whack, that game being Deathloop. But here, it's on a completely different level. The AI just gets stuck on nothing. Look at this. What am I supposed to say? And the shooting itself, it isn't even satisfying. Nothing interacts, like literally nothing except the enemies interacts with your weapon. That's the best thing an open world game can make you do. Make it interact with the stuff you're playing with. You know, when I shoot a car, I don't just want to see it blow up in the lamest way possible. Make me like, I don't know, make me able to open a door for cover, or let me drive it so I can quickly jump out of it and use it as a big bomb. Stuff like that. Make me be able to like pick up an explosive barrel or like a battery to throw it at an enemy and shoot it for like a big explosion. In Redfall, you just shoot enemy and that's it. It's lame and unsatisfying as hell. Like really, couldn't they think of anything creative? They have some funny weapons, but that's it. That's really it. Dead Rising is always one of my favorite examples to point towards when it comes to like an open world game. This isn't really an open world game. It's more of a like open zone game, but this game has a lot of zombies, okay? So they made it so that playing around with the zombies is the fun part. You know, you can put a bucket on their head, chop off their arm, use the funny spinny thing that I talked about in my Dead Rising video. If it was just me shooting zombies and they would just flop on the ground with no real like punch to it, the game would have been boring as hell. But that's exactly what Redfall has done. You just shoot enemies with no creative ways in mind. I don't know what more to say, but it's just boring and uninspiring. And then the final thing I want to talk about, which I don't know, it should be pretty obvious that I'm gonna talk about this, but this game runs like poo-poo. I have an above decent PC. I don't really have anything special. I'm planning on building a new one. I actually have a lot of the parts here already behind me, but usually I'm able to run most games at a stable 60 FPS. Even Modern Warfare 2022, even Resident Evil 4 or Dead Space Remake is able to run on my PC. God of War 2, it all runs smooth, but Redfall, I dip into the 40s on medium settings. This game is so poorly optimized that they locked the Xbox version to 30 FPS, which, man, that really should have said everything. This game is a rushed mess. It is unfinished and unpolished. It sucks. It is a bad game. There's no other way to spin it. Redfall just be boring. There isn't more to really talk about. The whole game is you just shooting cult members and vampires while doing brain dead missions in an empty open world. That is the entire game. You have some cool set pieces. There are like these nests you can go into, and there's like this big heart and all these like wonky like highways and stuff. I really like this, but that's it. There's nothing more to say about it. So I think I'm gonna end the video here. Thanks for watching. Don't buy Redfall. Maybe it will get better, but don't get your hopes up because it's goddamn Xbox and Bethesda and they basically ruin everything. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.